represent what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? From a perspective.
R.I.P. Pop Smoke. Vinci Paris på min toppboy. Ett par white kicks när jag är på mitt block, yo. En chiven som blev hit, men han är back again. Hade niggas talk, men de kommer aldrig slide in. Minns jag mitt face, visst det kina gått om flash.
Hey, today I got time. Just a youngin' putting to work, I'm on my grind, yeah. Training and I'm working part-time, so when I hit the league, best believe I'm gon' shine, yeah.
It's your boy, always looking fresh. Like, what can I say? Like, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. I appreciate all the support and just putting content out for you guys. You know, I really want to give you guys a lot of value in your lives, especially footballers, into your path into professional football. Even if you just want to be a good semi-professional footballer, what can you learn? So this is an awesome episode I've done Inside the Mind with Malcom Stewart. If you haven't checked out the last one, go check it out. The link is in the description. Another thing I've done for you guys, I know you guys like the drip, like look at the NBA jerseys, you feel me? Go on the link in my description. If you go on that site, Fanatics, it's an awesome site. They sell a lot of great jerseys from all sports. Don't miss out on this drip, guys. You don't know the thing. Fanatics, make sure y'all check it out. Deal ending very soon. Top class merch as well. NBA things, NFL teams as well. Drippy season. So make sure to check it out. Link in the bio. Go now. All right, back to the video. So the first part of this video talks about his college experience with UNC Charlotte.
The college season in America is only like 2-3 months. Like your coaches are just giving you fitness after fitness after fitness. There's a restriction on the ball, bro. You're a football player and you can't.
Next, he talks about his first professional experience. This is a very interesting one.
So I went on the trial with Sporting KC. It was interesting. I learned a lot.
Like your first professional trial?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was intimidating. KC, like, if you don't know in the MLS, they're really good. I think almost like 2 or 3 MLS Cups. Their whole environment, like how they had the pictures of everybody on the walls, like the former players, like different quotes and stuff like that. You feel so much smaller in that moment, and then you get the paperwork and you're reading through. You're like, all right, because you gotta sign like a waiver and like everything to get your physical and stuff like that. And then you get your kit, and then that's like that's like the Starboy moment. You're like looking at it, you're like low key trying to take a little picture, okay? Like, you know, because it's memories.
Yeah. You're on trial, training with the first team. You've just played a college season. How was the intensity? How was the training session?
Yo, they made me look like I had my head cut off, bro. Like a chicken with my head cut off, bro.
Why?
Because I was moving at 100 miles an hour and they were just like, just passing the ball around. And I'm like, all right, this ain't what I seen on TV. Because like when you see the MLS games on TV, it's just like, boom, boom. And then you have like a couple fast guys and you got like a couple foreign players that got a little sauce in the middle. But like, no, bro. Every training is like on it, quick. And it's like, it makes you tired quick. So like, you think you're fit because you're in college doing all that training, but like, you're not doing the training with the ball. First day, we had a beep test. I actually did pretty well. It was hard for me because like a lot of guys were joking during the actual test. Like for them, it was like easy, and I'm there like, I literally learned like they do that on purpose, like make you think like you're not up to their level, or
really?
like, yeah.
So those are small tactics like on a trialist coming in.
Yeah. So preseason they don't like to give you a lot of water. Like, it's time. This training sessions are time. They want to give your body enough time to rest and recover. So like they're very time sensitive about like how much time you spend on the field, how much time you spend on your body and stuff like that. So they'll have the water guys or the trainers just running up and back and forth, handing you the bottle. You get like a couple squirts and it's over with onto the next session. And you hop straight into rondos. I learned that they were just drilling the ball at me, like pop, making sure that I mess up. Like in their head, they're thinking like, nah, this guy's not coming in for my spot. Like, because on the team, there's like each squad gets like 18 people that gets rostered. Everybody's fighting for the roster spot, but there's like 34 guys in training fighting to get on those roster spots. So like if there's a trial that's coming in, they don't want another person added to that pot because they're gonna know, all right, if they come in, someone's coming out, and they don't want it to be them. So I was just getting the ball drilled at me, testing my touch, and like I adapted. But in the mornings after like a beep test, I looked a little crazy. I looked bad, you know.
So how old were you when you were on trial with Sporting KC?
I think I was 19.
So you're straight out of college, young, 19-year-old, intimidated a little bit, you know, because you're at Sporting KC. It's an MLS team.
First trial.
Wow. What's your biggest takeaway from that experience?
Being around players that have had like the experience and the professional level is taking in everything that they do, like their habits, like what they eat, being patient, right team, right time, person will take a chance on me. A lot of the reasons that people or teams pass on me, the coaches would tell me is like, I don't have the experience, or like, I don't have the game experience, and they expect me to get the experience if you don't take a chance, or like let me be in the environment. Because I learned being in the professional environment, the college environment is completely different. Mindsets of people are different. You have some people who are completely grown, you have some people who are like young kids. It's like a whole different dynamic that everyone just gels together.
It's just interesting to see the harsh realities of professional football. You're coming in on a trial, you're young, no one cares, you're coming in for someone's food. These are just the mental barriers you have to overcome. So next, he talks about his experience with LA Galaxy.
Coach I went in on trial with signed me after a month and a half. And like
after your trial?
Yeah.
So you were trialing for a month?
I was trying for a month and a half.
Just training?
Training every day, bro. Living in the team house. Like they had this team house that they housed the players in, and I was like in and around making friends. Like psychologically it was really hard, because I was like I was falling in love with California. Like I was making friends. I was making friends with the trainers, the coaches, everybody. I was gelling with everybody, and like in the back of my mind I'm just like, they could still cut me. Like I could still not be good enough, or like they not take a chance on me. And the other thing is working with an agent is like that's the other scary thing, because you don't know what they're saying, you don't know what the coach is saying. They just give you the final product, or like the final product to the next step. Yeah, it's just psychologically it's hard, and then you have to stay focused. You got to keep your mind, you got to try and stay focused with that in the back of your mind.
What I found very interesting is that you were there for a month trial. Like that's pretty long. Like you're training every day, you're trying to have that focus, but it's like, am I going to sign? Are they going to cut me? You have all these little doubts in your head. So then explain the feeling of when they decided to sign you a professional contract and how it happened.
I got an email. I went into the office. Told me to come in early one day. Yeah, after the paperwork, I just got dressed for training. It was just like that.
How was the feeling signing?
Like yes. And my initial feeling was like I can relax. Like the weight's been lifted off my shoulder. You walk into the locker room, like your name's on the locker, and you see all like the home and away jerseys, you see all the like kits, the boots.
You're now on LA Galaxy 2. It's like, damn, like my dreams have come true. How was the experience playing with Galaxy 2 and training with the first team?
Being a defender, you don't get many opportunities. So for me, it was like one or two, and then like, if I mess those up, I don't know when I'm gonna get next. In the back of your mind, that one or two opportunity, that becomes your next trial, because you're waiting and you're like anticipation, that gut feeling comes back. You gotta make sure you're on your toes in training. You gotta just be on your game. Do all things you know you're supposed to do. That's what someone told me very late on. I wish they told me a lot earlier. It was just, if you're ever like having a bad practice, or like people are on you, because if you have a bad practice in a professional environment, they'll let you know, and the coaches will encourage that, because they want to hold, you guys are supposed to hold each other accountable. So if you shy down, they'll make it even worse. They'll come down harder. So just suck it up and just keep going.
Now again, it's like, all right, cool, I made the team, now I have to fight for my spot. I fought for my spot, and it's like, now I got to keep it. You know, so you kind of always feel like you're on track.
Yeah. And when you get the spot, it's not like you're in the team, you're in the 18, you're in the 11 or anything like that. You're literally just in the environment. You're it's like they grant you a pass to train.
So it's just constantly challenging.
And you can't stop to think about it. Like, or you can think about it, but don't think about it when it matters. Like, don't think about it training, don't think about it in the environment. Think about it on your own time, because if you get distracted in training, it's just gonna make you worse.
Yeah.
You're getting paid to do what you love, just it can wait.
Yeah. What was it like training with the first team?
Like KC, it was fast paced. They test you the same exact way. Environment, there's some big players. You had Gerrard, you had
Whoa, pause. So listen, for all of you guys who know, most of y'all pretty know, I'm a huge Liverpool fan. Like, I'll give you guys a bit of background. Like, what I used to do in school, I would come into the exam, I would rush through the exam quickly just so I could read my Steven Gerrard autobiography. No, for real, because in exams they give you that quiet time, so you have to be quiet. So I would just get it, read my Steven Gerrard autobiography. You know what I'm saying? Like Stevie G around the house, like just watching him play for Liverpool for so many years. He was my favorite player. So how was that experience training with Steven Gerrard?
Soaking up everything you can, just watching his every move, watch how he's on the ball, off the ball, his touches, man, like his passes, everything is just clean and at a nice pace. Like, it's just awesome to watch, be around, and experience. You know, it inspires you because like you see that he's consistently doing those things, and like you think to yourself like, dang, I need to put in that extra work to maybe like even get a piece of where he's at, you know? One time he got mad is when people were doing stuff that they were messing up something that they knew how to do. Like he's the captain, he had to keep you in check. Yeah. Because they were very rare. He wouldn't get mad like that. It was quick but loud. Like he just like, hey! And he's like, and then he pulls him over. He's like, come here. He doesn't care. Like the drill will keep going, but he'll stop and go up to the person. He'll get mad and then like explain it why he's mad, and explain like what you can do better, all in the same tone.
And look, you know, you see with Rangers, they just won the league today. You know, like he has that leadership about him. So he would stop, get mad, and say, listen, what you could have done better.
Yeah, because he was at the end of his career. Like he wasn't really trying to win much stuff. He was just trying to enjoy himself. So when you messed up the enjoyment, he let you know.
And just learning, you know, and the fact that you got to be there and see it live in person. You want to talk about the advice he gave you?
Yeah.
And tell us the whole story, like what happened.
First time was after training, I was walking down the tunnel back to the locker room, and it was just a bad session, you know. He came up to me. He asked my name because like I don't usually train with the first team. It was probably like the first or second time. Like, so he was like, "What's your name?" I was like, "Malcom," and he was like, "All right, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. I see your potential, but you just gotta slow down. In the moments like when someone's running at you, you're so erratic, and you can tell it makes it easy for them to just play past you. So just don't think about it and just go with your first instinct." That was like the first time talking to him. And at the time I was really heated. I was really like trying to listen to him, but like in the back of my mind I was like, man, this is something that like I won't forget. So I need to really take it in. And then when I was in the showers, when I was like really thinking about it, I was like, yeah, he's right. I'm overthinking this. Because like being in the professional environment, you're just trying to impress the coaches. You're trying to make your teammates know your abilities and everything like that. So like, you can't let all that go onto the field. You gotta let that go beforehand.
Just going back to what you said on the advice he gave you in terms of not thinking, just doing it. Can you go and emphasize on that a bit more?
More with a visual example.
Yeah.
He's saying like, say you're in a situation, you're a defender, and you have like an attacker coming at you in like a 6v6 situation. Everybody around you is moving constantly. You can't be thinking about all the different possibilities of what can happen. You gotta be confident in yourself, like confident in the abilities, like all the stuff that you worked on, practiced on, that got you to the point that you're at, and just make your body like, just make the disconnect and like, just make it fluid and do the things that you're good at. He's basically telling me just to slow it down. Sometimes like in America, you see like the way the game's played, it's very fast paced, very physical, and sometimes you just gotta slow it down a bit. And I think that's really what he's trying to get to.
And I love that advice from Stevie G, where he's telling you, hey, don't think, just do it. You get out on that field, do it. You know, no hesitation, and that's believing in yourself.
That was a mad thing. The experience and the advice Steven Gerrard was able to give and push on, and you see him succeeding even as a manager, and it's awesome to see favorite player. Malcom then goes to talk about his next professional experience.
So I got contacted by my agent in Nashville. Now they're in MLS, but at the time they were in the USL. I contacted him and they were seeing if he had any players on his roster that like would be open for a private trial. And it was like a 2-day event. It was in December, and I didn't know much about Nashville, but in the middle of December, it was sleeting. So mentally, I was like trying to prepare for myself. I hadn't played in like cold weather in a long time. I was like, all right, first day I got there, within 5 minutes, both my big toes froze. After probably third or fourth drill, the coach pulled me aside and was like asking me a bunch of questions, like what I've been doing, like where I've been playing, where I've been training. Leading up from Galaxy to this point, it was about a 6-month like gap from me being in like that setting and transitioning. And he was like, wow, you've kept up with your fitness, your level, like your intensity, everything. And they like said they'll be in touch and contacted my agent within the same day. Got the contract like the next day. Everything was set up, and I was set for preseason in February, end of February.
And how's that feeling, knowing that yes, I've secured my next professional contract?
Anxiety just goes out the window. Like the next month, it actually feels like a break. I never really felt like I've had an off season, because the college, you know, the off season is always like you're training, you're doing fitness and stuff like that. So like after signing that in like the off season window, I was like, wow, this is what it's like. Like it actually feels like I'm actually a professional, you know.
I want to go into your experience with Nashville and how that was, the challenges that you faced. However, I do want to ask you that feeling of, I'm waking up every morning to do what I love. Like I saw a video, Nipsey Hussle was talking about success, and he said,
I think you're successful the moment you get paid to do what you love to do, and then it's levels of success. You know how high you take it, but you're successful the moment you love what you do and be able to, you know, support yourself and yo take care of your responsibilities doing what you love to do. That's a different feeling, you know? When it's like you wake up looking forward to doing what pays your bills. And you know what I mean? To me, that's what success is.
Like after the first week of preseason, we had like a day off. And like I slept in and I was like, man, this feels nice. I woke up and I was like, looked at my phone, didn't have anything to do. I was like, wow, I'm really doing it. Like I'm really living it. Like
That's just part one. There's a part two coming out to give you guys the rest of his feedback and takeaway from being a professional footballer. Interesting interview, you know, for other players who haven't maybe got into the professional experience yet, what you can learn from Malcom going into maybe your first professional experience or your first college season. This is just good info for you as a player to learn about the game if you haven't already, and just know what to expect going into a tryout, what to expect signing your first professional contract or living your dream. Just really unlocking your mind to really help you succeed. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. The next episode is coming very soon. Thank you guys for the support, and I'm glad that you guys could enjoy this video. Stay tuned for part 2.
Hey, today I got time. Just a youngin' putting to work, I'm on my grind, yeah. Training and I'm working part-time, so when I hit the league, best believe I'm gon' shine, yeah.